Are you ready? Good. First, we're going to talk about how wokism is a disease. It's a pathology. It's something which I was deliberately staying away from in terms of the word wokism, but it is something that is far greater and worse and more horrific than anything you and I could ever imagine. We're going to be talking about that, but first, let me tell you something. You know the drill. Please, I beg, I beseech, I implore, I importune you to like this video, subscribe to the channel. You know how it works. You know how it works. Don't make me beg. And also, this is brought to you by our sponsor, our great sponsor at My Pillow, or Pillow, as people say, like milk and milk. Have you noticed that? I don't know why. We'll talk about that one day, but not now. This company was absolutely crushed, or attempted to be crushed, by a bunch of people who dared to tell them what they can and can't think. Well, guess what? They're still here, and those other companies are gone. Like Bed Bath & Beyond, sayonara, as I eructate out of complete and total disgust and borborygmus. Well, it's another story. So please, I ask you, support our sponsor. I've got a link right here for you. They've got wonderful pillows. They've got everything from slippers and toppers to every bit of your sleeping kit that you can buy and purchase right here at our great friends at, and they're wonderful, remember this, My Pillow. Promo code Lionel. If you ever see any other deal for any other My Pillow, you put promo code Lionel. Forget them. Lionel helps us, and we help them. And thank you. You know, it's very easy for people in our age group to say, you know, you're making a big deal out of this wokism. What the hell is this wokism? What is, you know, there were times in this country when we had things like World War II, and we had other problems that were far more frightening than wokism. You're really making a big deal out of all this woke jazz. Take it easy. Really? You really think so? Well, I don't. Because I think there's something to be said for this. Wokism is a demented framework in which everything that is substantive and traditional and good and natural and American, everything like gender, which is fine. Gender is fine. Whatever gender you want. But gender, they don't like that. They don't like people knowing what their gender is. They love this transmutability. Artificial, dare I may say. They don't like family. Family, stability, dating, courting, love letters, driving, autonomy, looking people in the eye, having a signature, having dreams, sports, roughhousing, enjoying, confabulation, conviviating, dating, as I said, courting. Today it's hooking up and it's quick and it's go back home. And it's all remote everything. Remote schooling and remote living and remote loving and remote everything. No, there's no need for any kind of relationship. Just Tinders and grinders and Hummers and bummers and whatever it is. Listen, this was great at first. This is ridiculous now. Do you see what's happening? Oh, and then there's plenty of psych meds. There's a pill for everything. That's wokism. Remember, reality's no match for chemistry. Let's work on those serotonin, dopamine levels. No problem. It's not your fault. It's their fault. How about a therapy pet? Today, walking on 57th Street with Mrs. L, there was a woman with her beau, I guess, with this big German Shepherd with a jacket on, like one of these service jackets that says, "Stay, do not touch, psychiatric service dog." Well, if there's anything that's going to keep me away from touching a dog, which I normally don't, it's a big, like a Kevlar vest that says psychiatric service dog. A couple of years ago, people would have said, I'm not going to walk around with this. It's ridiculous. Well, guess what? Ta-da! Now it's not only okay, it's normal and preferred. What's your freak out penchant? What do you lose your mind over? Karens, screaming, mental health breakdowns on planes, you name it. It's this psycho Creedmoor bedlam from the psychiatric hospital Bethlehem. It was a remember that one? It was a truncation bedlam. Some Bellevue Day ward. This is what it is. And it's also Trump derangement syndrome on steroids. Hate Trump even though you can't think of one thing that he ever said. Right or wrong, you hate. And you just and whatever is normal is now done. And whatever is accepted, whatever is just normal. I mean, they tomorrow. Here's the thing. What's going to be 5 years from now? How about handedness? Why are you using your right hand? You should be left-handed. Let's all move left-handed. Let's all go left-handed. Why? The same reason we're transmuting genders. Do you think half of the people who are changing genders theoretically really had a serious doubt as to what they were? Do you really think that? Come on. Now, you and I know with life there is every permutation and variability of everything. From various degrees of normalcy to various degrees of sentience to various iterations and aspects of cognition and the like. And what we are seeing right here is something that's completely different. And the best part is, it's not necessarily at the governmental level. It's not Joe Biden necessarily. It's not Carmelita. It's something that's different. It's part of the critical legal studies group, the crits, who brought you critical race theory. It's this revisionistic lunacy that you're becoming more and more okay with. You're able to handle it. You're able to deal with it. There is no absolute anything. And now they're going to be changing this under critical legal studies. They're going to change this idea that certain aspects, certain ethnicities, namely African Americans and people of color and those who are from a lower socioeconomic caste, dare I say, the way it's being depicted, they might have their own tiered criminal justice system. They may be able to walk away from crimes because of who they are, because of what their socioeconomic demographic is, their provenance, their socioeconomic etiology, so to speak. Oh, this is wokeism never stops. This went from, hey, maybe we could have remember that? Maybe we could have the same bathroom, all of a sudden to drag shows at public libraries, which I do not understand why this John Waters dystopian, these horror shows have to be a part of this. I don't know why. But in any event, what we're seeing right here and what we are enjoying is something that we in our world have not seen before. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And the way to crush wokeism, the way to destroy it, is to remind people very simply of what normal is. Say it. Tell them. Remind them. What is normal? What is it that we're talking about? What is it that is traditional? Say everything that they hate this. They despise this. The idea of you suggesting anything that is, dare I say, tradition drives them nuts. The more you do, the more you remind. And by the way, the more you say, listen, everybody is welcome. We live in a world right here where this wonderful thing, this document called the Constitution, allows so much. But you know what it also allows? It allows my ability to iterate and explain and explicate and limn and describe everything that I think is contrary to your demented world. It allows me the chance to say, this is nuts. It allows me the chance to say, no, this is deranged, and that what you're doing is criminal, and that you can be stopped too. It allows me the chance to evince and to indicate and to provide my version of reality that may not necessarily comport with yours. Dig? Good. Now do me a favor. make sure you always frequent and you visit, dare I say, visit our friends at mypillow.com. Promo code Lionel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment as you see fit.